Hi guys, this is Fade. It's another Let's Play series. This is for Penumbra Black Plague. This is actually the second version of the second game for Penumbra. The first one was Overture, which I've already played and I didn't do a Let's Play of, I'm afraid to say. And it's actually a very cliffhangery ending at the first one. It's probably one of the few games that I've played that you probably should have played the first. I'm sure there's some Let's Plays out there for the first, but I'm assuming that they're going to give a summary of the first one. I'm sorry I didn't do a Let's Play, but I was playing it before I did a lot of Let's Plays. But I did want to do one of this game because a reader of my blog said that they wanted to see me do Amnesia, but I'd already played Amnesia. The thing is, Penumbra is made by the same studio, I believe. Basically, some of the creators are the same, and this is very similar to Amnesia. A little bit different, a little bit less occult, or at least it was in the first one, but I think that it's fairly similar and that might give the reader what they were requesting. So let's go ahead and get started. I haven't played Black Plague yet. I don't want to play the tutorial because I know how to play. I'm pretty bad at action games, but we're going to go ahead and do normal. Also,
without this knowledge, without this foundation, you could not have the will to do what I must now ask of you. I followed my father to the Greenland wastes to uncover his secrets. You had to know how far I was willing to go. I found a disused mining shaft and took shelter from the storm. You had to know how desperate I was. I was plagued by doubts, fears, and mysteries, and aided by a madman, Red. You had to know how lonely I was. I incinerated my best friend. Red told me he wanted to die. You had to know how guilty I felt. I ventured boldly onwards, and was struck down by my own heroics. You had to know how stupid I was. All of these things, so human, so perfect, and yet still I failed to do what I must now ask of you.
Loading, loading, loading. And I'm already in control. What I was saying earlier is I actually have a secondary commenter. I'm the one doing the playing, however, I was very amused with the conversations I was having with my boyfriend while we were playing the first Penumbra, and so he's here watching me play once more, and so I hope that you will enjoy his commentary as well.
Yo.
Yay, he says yo. Okay, so really, unlike my Cthulhu Let's Play, I'll probably mostly be talking to him instead of to the audience. I think it might make it a little bit more entertaining to listen to the Let's Play. Once you've watched both of them, both this one and my previous, go ahead and tell me which version you like better. We can hire him on for more, or we can fire him. I'm sure he wouldn't be too sad.
I'd get over it sooner or later, I'm sure.
But for now, let's go ahead and play. It's very similar to Amnesia with the controls and everything. It's a little bit more rudimentary, but all in all, it works pretty much the same. So, let's see here. Between light and shadow exists an entire world. That world is necessarily our own. Get out now. Oh. Scrap of paper. Okay, the end of the last game, basically, as he was kind of hinting at, he went to find something. He went to find evidence of his father because his father died, but after his father died, he got this letter that was really mysterious, so he came to Greenland, and he was trying to uncover the mystery. He got kind of locked in this mine shaft area, and we were moving all through the mine shaft, and there was all these really weird biological experiments going on with these worms and such. And there was this crazy guy named Red, who I ended up having to kill at the very end. Sorry for the spoilers. And at the very end, I was walking down a hallway, and something just, knocked me over the head and dragged me into a room. Major cliffhanger. I can't imagine how people waited a year between the games. So that's the story thus far. He used glow sticks and a flashlight in this one instead of a lantern like in Amnesia. pretty simple stuff. Dead cold. I don't think this place is getting any warmer. Various paper clippings, a recipe for French toast, some sort of article covering a carnival in Reno, and what I think is the stock market review from 1989. I hate these. Anything that you have to turn. A vice in working condition, ready to squeeze anything or anyone. Okay, let's take a look at what else we got. Close to freezing cold. Mattress with pee on it. How does this open? Doors and like things that you have to turn are my worst enemy in these games. Coin. I bet I put it in the vice. It's locked. I don't really know what that is. Okay, we're gonna try and put the coin in the vice. I'm so smart. And now I can turn it. Okay, I don't think I have any of my hammer or anything from before. So I squeezed a coin, but I don't know what that was supposed to do for me. Ah, I can keep going. Maybe. Oh, something happened. Flat coin. I need to start thinking straight. God, he's such a smartass. I have a flat coin, and I'm stuck in a room. This looks interesting, but totally not the thing. Any ideas?
Are you able to move? I remember you were able to move bookshelves.
Oh,
yeah, and then
yeah.
you were able to knock those open with hammers and shit in the last one.
I'm supposed to use this to get the screws loose, I guess. Instead of my
Aha,
hammer.
there you go.
I miss having my hammer and my broom. I never did find anything to do with that broom.
You used it to hurt spiders.
It didn't hurt those spiders at all. May 2001. I wasn't sure how long I'd been out, but my head still hurt. Either it hadn't been long or they hit me really hard. I didn't have a clue what was going on, and all of a sudden I really didn't care. I was getting out. I'm glad I stopped in the middle of these events to write a diary entry. Ooh, we got some arrows. What the hell is that? That's a good question.
What's that middle x-ray? Oh, a hand.
A hand. And chest and spine, I think. It actually looks a lot like some of the stuff from Amnesia, which isn't too surprising. Well, it started me back at the beginning of the vent again. Okay, he let me through that time. But, salvation. It's not surprising that they would look the same. Salvation, mine, or someone else's. Vending machine. Is there any Nuka-Cola? Well, I guess you got my last note. We're through the thick of it now. If you, like me, have just escaped into the ventilation, we shouldn't be far from the stronghold set up in the mess hall. Should be safe there. I've been marking my route. If you follow that, you should be fine. Almost home, and dry now. I heard Howard's been working on a cure. Maybe we can beat this thing after all. Maybe when I get back, we'll be able to sort everything out, and by the time you make it through, you'll be just in time for tea and medals. Maybe even some hot chocolate. How about that? I can't wait. I love hot chocolate. Neil Oswald, Chief Chemist. P.S. Careful of the mess hall security. I designed it myself. It's sensitive to organic material. As long as that's not dogs. That's pretty much the only enemy you faced. In the first one was dogs, and they were a pain in the ass. This one's got a handle on it. A functioning soda machine. Come to think of it, I wouldn't mind a drink.